nice to see you in LA.
Yeah, it's nice. We got in yesterday evening, and it doesn't happen often. But I got off the plane. I was like, it kind of feels like home every now and again. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. Well, LA for me is
for you, but it's like the city other than London that I know the best. Yeah, and in that there was like a kind of, all right, well, this is nice. It's a nice place to spend a couple of days.
Because you've been here for a while. What's like the restaurant that you always go to? Like, are you an In-N-Out person? Are you like, what's the place that you have to go to?
There's a little Italian place on the PCH called like Don Giordano's.
I haven't been there.
It's an Italian place. When I did Tintin with Steven Spielberg, he said that's like his favorite place. So I went and it was amazing.
That's a real shocker. Spielberg would recommend a place. Anyway, I'm joking. So listen, I got a ton of questions for you. First, let me start by saying the movie's fantastic.
Oh, great.
It's so good. It's going to be a huge hit.
Right.
But so I'm obsessed with getting more people into movie theaters, movies in movie theaters. So do you have a favorite movie theater?
We got a couple. There's a couple. There's like one near me called like the Everyman. Is it the Everyman or the Curzon? There's a place called the Curzon, and there's a shopping centre in a town called Kingston where I live, and it's a really great screen. The sound's amazing, and the chairs are really beautiful.
If someone has never seen anything you've been in, what's the first thing you want them watching and why?
Well, I mean, this would be amazing to see in a lovely big theatre. And also, I mean, I know I did, obviously, the Cornetto Trilogy with Edgar and Simon, but I really love Paul. That's probably the only thing that I've made that if I come back from somewhere and it's on, I'll always probably secretly watch it.
Everyone, when I speak to you or Simon or Edgar, everyone always at Collider asks me, you better ask them when they're doing something again. Yes. So is there the possibility in the next like 2 years you might be doing something?
I doubt it in the next 2 years. I mean, I think Edgar and Simon, Simon came out to say him and Edgar need like 6 months to write a first draft. So they need to do that. And then, I mean, I just got Harry bloody Potter. So that's...
I've never heard of it.
When I think it's going to be big. I think it will take off. But it's apparently based on a book. Right. But I think once I finish that, I'll be 63. So maybe it will be a film about like old men who are friends.
Before I get into Dragon, I do have to touch on Potter. What is it like getting ready to play a role like this that means so much to so many people?
Yeah. I think you get cast because you're going to bring something to that, you know. And I think while I'm really aware of what went before me in terms of, you know, Robbie's amazing performance, I'm never going to try and be Robbie, you know. I'm going to try and do something not different. I think you have to be respectful to the subject matter, but within that, there's scope for minutiae. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So I always read Hagrid as he's like a lovely, lost, violent, funny, warm child, you know. So I think the beauty of being able to do a book a season means I get to explore that a lot more. Sure. And I can't wait, you know. And he's funny, and I want him to be funny and cheeky and scared and you know, protective and childlike, you know. That's what I'm planning on doing.
Last thing on Potter, do you start filming in like July, August? Like how long is a shoot like that?
I think it's like 10, 11 months a season.
That's what I mean, it's a huge commitment.
Yeah, yes, it's amazing. But I'm just so excited to get going because you get, you know, I've gone in to do, you know, head sculpts and have your hands scanned and stuff. And they say, oh, have a look at this. And you're like, wow, that's like the coolest thing. You know, I love films. I've loved cinema my whole life. So to be part of that universe now and they're showing me like a dancing mushroom. It's like, that is so cool, you know.
Listen, man, I could drill down, but jumping into Dragon.
Yes.
As I said, the movie's fantastic, but like, what was it like for you seeing the finished film? Because this is one of those rare films where like the VFX, even in the daylight, look fantastic.
Yeah. I think that talking about Paul, I was at that thing when me and Simon went to see, they said, come and see an assembly and a rough cut. And it was only until probably a week before the film was released that we saw the finished Paul, you know. So I'd come out and I'd be like crying and Simon would be like, it's fine, it will be fine. I'm like, it looks terrible. It looks awful. But you just, going through that, I realized that that's the process of making an FX heavy movie, But this was something different in terms of I came out and it just didn't feel like I'd seen FX at all. It felt like these were creatures that were in reality with us, And I was questioned Dean throughout the process of like, how are you going to make something which essentially was animated not look animated, even though it's animated? Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
And he was like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then it was, I fully believe that those dragons are with us.
Yeah, I think it's because he did so much practically and like the Bill Pope cinematography, like all of that.
Yes.
So you don't look like yourself. You have hair, you got the little stuff on the body.
Yeah.
How much did you want to like leave set and just like, take that for a spin in public, like with the hair and all that?
No, I could not wait. Someone just asked me what was the best bit about the film. And for me, it was getting to take that moustache off at the end of the day. I just couldn't, like the first couple of months, I was really respectful of the moustache team. But then by about month 3, as soon as they wrapped me, I just peeled that thing off. But I always kept it because I know only I had like 2 or 3.
No, completely. When you think back on the shoot, what's like the day that it's a little generic, but like what's the day you're always going to remember? Like that thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there was a day when it was just me and Jerry, and there's that scene in the Great Hall where he gives a speech and then all the Vikings file out and it reveals me sitting at my own, And walking onto that set, that was the first time I'd gone and you had to walk onto the set via the big doors. And it was just massive. It was like they built a cathedral to shoot that scene in, which was incredible. And, then you get to do that thing that I love as a filmmaker where you and Jerry and Dean, we just break the scene down. What's it about? What do we want to say? Where's the comedy? Where shall I stand? What do you need? And you put it all together. And I think that day was great because also you get to watch Jerry act too, because it's like if I've done my job right, I don't have to think about the acting. It just kind of falls out of my face. But that enables me then to sit in my eyes and look at Jerry act and thinking, that's great. Look at that. That's Gerard Butler, that was a great day.
Yeah, man. I really want to say congrats on this. And I'm so happy for you booking such a massive thing.